What's going on, everybody? This is the blockchain backer bringing you the latest cryptocurrency news and analysis. And today we're taking a look over here at the XRP price chart. We've had some negative price action in the crypto market. Of course, that is translated over here to the XRP price chart. But I want to revisit the things that we were talking about last week and what's going on with the price chart, and that it's playing out the way it was expected to play out. While it's never fun to go through red price action, we all just want green. Sometimes that's just what the market dishes out, and we can see that throughout the history of just the last year, how much red there is. And that ups and downs do come, but in accumulation, that is what occurs. So we're going to revisit the things we talked about last week in regards to what I was looking for the XRP price chart, how it's doing so far. And then we're going to talk about something else too. We're going to talk about what has happened typically at the end of the year. We're going to go back and revisit the end of December of 2020 and see what happened leading into January of 2021. One of the things we noticed last year was that a lot of coins didn't do much there at the end of the year. And, it's up for debate on whether or not that's what's actually happening in here, and whether or not there's any type of tax loss harvesting. So essentially anybody who's wanting to reduce their tax obligation coming April, well, go ahead and sell real quick and take the loss and then buy back in, right? I am not a financial advisor, I'm not an investment advisor, and I am also not an accountant or providing accounting advice. You need to contact an accountant before doing something like that, because I do not know all the laws. But we did see something similar to this at the end of 2020, in which a lot of the altcoins didn't do anything. Then once the new year struck, boom, a lot of altcoins started taking off. So we'll revisit that as well. But first, we're going to start here with the XRP price chart to see what's going on, whether or not this is end of year selling, tax loss harvesting, or is it just Wyckoff accumulation? So I'm going to play this little clip real quick from last week with the XRP price chart. And in particular, this is looking way more like Wyckoff accumulation to me with the automatic rallies that we see in here. This is precisely what Wyckoff accumulation looks like. The thing I'm really waiting for to see to say, hey, do I still think it's Wyckoff accumulation, is if we can take out that top right in there. But what we would usually see is this, and then what do I always talk about, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's typically how a Wyckoff accumulation will end, is that you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, rolling back up to wave 4 within wave 5, and then 7, and then that's the end of the accumulation, and then the price is free to go back up. And well, that's what we've been seeing happening over here, right? We took out the top over here. Now it's time to assess, are we seeing that final phase of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? And for people who are hearing that for the first time, this was discussed in great detail with the Bitcoin price chart, or the inverse Bitcoin price chart, trying to get us through May, June, and July, that it's very standard to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves, 5 clear falling waves, rolling back up to the 4th wave, holding that level, setting one new high. And since this is an inverse price chart, as the price goes down on this chart, the price is actually going up. But as you can see, set the new high, and boom, you're done. But concept is there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and that's it. And that's what we were looking for to come in here after taking out this high. I've spent a lot of time talking about this structure and this crashing structure and how these play out. This is how the Wyckoff accumulation ended for Bitcoin back in 2014, 15, and 16. After it went through its 2013 and 14 bear market, we had the final 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, rolls back up to wave 4 within wave 5, and then you have your final flush. But that's standard accumulation. That's what we're looking at over here on the XRP price chart. I also introduced this structure to the YouTube channel back in January. So you see this was posted 11 months ago. Signs the bottom is in for the XRP price chart, in which I teach about this exact structure in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rolls back up to wave 4 within wave 5. Then you go on to flush it. And so last week when I posted the video about XRP, what I would be looking for, taking out this, then we'd be looking for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, rolling back up to wave 4 within wave 5 to go on for 7. So are we seeing that starting to occur here? And can we start counting these waves to figure out, are we getting near the end of it right now? And I would say we can. I could say we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if this structure is going to play out, what would be the things that we'd be looking for? First, we'd be looking for this bottom to come in. I'm looking at this on the 1 hour chart. Hard to know if that's the exact bottom for this move at this point. Maybe it'll come lower, but eventually looking for it to roll back up to wave 4 within wave 5, and then goes on for its final flush. and then that would be the end of it. So that's wave 5, 6, and 7, and then it's done. Like we discussed in here last week, like we see occurring here at the final phase of the Wyckoff accumulation for Bitcoin back in 2015 and 16, and like we talked about for pretty much the whole year over here on the inverse price chart of Bitcoin. So tough for a lot of people to go through that red price action, but it's something that we see happen all the time, and it looks like probably heading into the rest in the remainder of the year, which is only 2 or 3 more days. So we'll zoom out on this chart a little bit. Let me get rid of all that. You can't really tell what any of it is when we're this far zoomed out. But it's time to talk about end of year. It's time to talk about heading into 2022 and what were the things that we saw happening in the cryptocurrency market at the end of 2020. And is there any validity to this whole tax loss harvesting stuff ending off the year and then heading into the new year? Everybody's like, all right, let's go. And we can take a peek at, at several different charts to see what happened. Now, XRP was its own unique case at the time, but we know that once the new year struck, right in here, right? So huge rise for XRP, starting the year at 23 cents, but also ending the year absolutely horrid. Again, a unique case, SEC, Ripple, that whole stuff, boom. But if we look at things like Ethereum Classic, we can zoom down in here and see Ethereum Classic was range bound for years. And then, hey, let's take a look at what happened at the end of 2019, right? The prices started taking off heading into the new year. Let's take a look at what happened at the end of 2020, right? So there's our marker for the new year right in here. And you can see, boom, once the new year happened, it was able to break out of the range and go. So historically, we see these moments of when the new year strikes, big movements up. Stellar Lumen's really the same case right here. So there's your new year right there. And then, man, prices really kept going. Bitcoin Cash was a similar story as well. Range bound all year long. And then new year, go. And well, even over here on Ethereum, we can take a peek right here and lay it down December 31st, January 1st, the second the new year hit. That's when the price really popped out and started going. And then looking over here at the total altcoin market cap, we can see our high set back in 2018 way over here. You see the long-term consolidation still underneath all these price levels over here. We get right here, we get to December 31st, we head into the new year, and boom, off and away it goes. And we can see how the velocity just suddenly picked up right when the new year struck. And of course, as we all know, in 2017, going into 2018, that's when the altcoin market was absolutely flying into the new year. But even heading back to 2019 and seeing how the prices did through the first half of the year in 2019, then heading into 2020, once the new year started for the altcoin market, rise happening over here in the altcoin market. Of course, we have C19 coming in after that. But historically, at the start of the new year, in the first half of the year, seems to be an opportunity for things to start going. And what we kind of just continue to see heading into the end of the year is just kind of waddling price action happening right before the new year strikes. And then once the new year hits, there seems to be a price rise, price rise, price rise. And then that's also what happened at the end of 2017 heading into 2018 was the big final ending for the altcoin market. So definitely something to look forward to in 2022, as history tends to favor the early part of the year for the cryptocurrency market. But otherwise, just a waiting game to get through the rest of the year, and pretty funny to see how it really does pan out over here, how you get the 1, 2, 3, 4, and even this far zoomed out. Hopefully on your cell phones, if you got it set to 1080, you could see the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 really showing itself up right in here. So waiting for this thing to finish out, waiting for the new year to come in. But hopefully this perspective of looking at things in the short term, what Wyckoff looks like, what those crashing structures look like, and then the bigger picture of seeing what happens typically in the new year, hopefully all those things provide some optimism. And well, we started off the video where the market was pretty much red, but now we can see the market has pretty much turned green. So hey, we'll take it for halfway through the week. But all right, that's going to wrap it up for this one, guys. We're halfway through the week. I hope that you are doing well. The new year is only 3 days away, so we just got to make it through this week, and then we can look forward to what's going on in 2022. But that's it. That'll wrap it up. Thank you so much for watching. If you're looking for something to do, you can check out my website over here, which is bcbacker.com. This is a course that I put together where I deep dive into the previous Bitcoin bull runs, the previous altcoin market cycles. I tie them all together. I show you how the cryptocurrency market has worked in the past in a series of videos on here that's structured very similar to what my YouTube channel is like. I talk about my personal exit plans in here, and I teach you how to set up your own charts and your own indicators within TradingView and CoinTrader Pro so you can do your own charting. I recently added my Ethereum exit plan part 4 final update in here and the blockchain backer exit plan part 4 progress update in here. And you can check out all of this educational content over here on bcbacker.com. You can follow me over here on Twitter at bcbacker. And I want to thank you so much for watching my channel. If you could, please like this video and give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be notified of when I create new content and when I go live. As always, this is not investment advice and I am not a financial advisor, but if you ever need a pick-me-up or a little bit of reassurance, just remember that the blockchain backers got your back. Have a good one.